Hey divas, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be baking a cake to celebrate. I just hit 1 year sober like a week and a half ago. So yeah, I wanted to do this like on the day of hitting 1 year sober, but I was working and then I haven't had time recently. Been going through a weird transitional period, so we love that. But yeah, it's time to do it today, and I'm just following a New York Times cooking recipe, baking recipe. It's just a simple lemon olive oil cake, and I'm gonna do like a peach strawberry compote, and we're gonna try to do some candied walnuts or candied pistachios too. So yeah, girls, stay tuned. Let's get into this and let's start cooking. Hey guys, welcome to my baking show. This is the setup that we have just because my kitchen is fucking tiny and there'll probably be some clips of me doing stuff in there, but you know, the tripod won't really fit on the counter space. Yeah, so first of all, before we get into the cake, I'm going to start the compote. So right now I have some water boiling. It's not boiling yet, but I have a pot set up on the stove. And since we're doing peaches and strawberries for the compote, I'm just gonna start by prepping the fruit. So we have our cutting board here. I hope you guys can see okay. I've never filmed in this position, but so yes, we have 4 peaches. 4 peaches, period. To make our compote, I'm boiling the water so I can blanch these because I want to get the skin off of them. And then we're just gonna cook them down with the strawberries, a little bit of lemon juice and some sugar, and we're gonna have a compote, babe. Also, you guys, quick side note, I am gonna be attempting to make candied pistachios, which we do a lot of candied nuts and seeds and stuff like that at my work right now. I'm a little bit concerned because I'm using Trader Joe's pistachios, and mind you, they were all shell on. I'm gonna insert a picture of me deshelling them. But yeah, these are 50% less salt, so they are salted, which you're not supposed to do for candied nuts, and they're also already dry roasted. So we're just gonna hope for the best and like kind of see what happens with that project. But this bag was almost all the way full, and we only got this much pistachios, which is not even a pint, not even 2 cups. And I did kind of eat some of the pistachios, so that is my bad, but this took so long to deshell them. Like, it's actually crazy, girl. Our water is now boiling, so I'm going to add the peaches into the boiling water, and we're going to blanch them for, I think, like 5-6 minutes, and then I'm gonna put them in an ice bath, and we're going to take all the skins off the peaches and chop them up for our compote. Okay, you guys, here we have our peaches and our boiling water. This is my teeny tiny little kitchen. Isn't she so cute? But yeah, you guys, that's why I have the filming set up over here, because we're not working with a lot of space. But we're just gonna drop these in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oopsie. And then we're gonna go on here. We're gonna go kitchen timer. I'm just gonna do 6 minutes, and I hope that that's long enough. I've never blanched a peach before. Okay, you guys, so for the next step, we're gonna take our strawberries, which are right here, and they're looking very lovely. And I'm just gonna have them and put them into this bowl. And then after that, we're going to zest all of these lemons. I have 3 lemons. And then we're gonna juice them. But yes, you guys, I'm so excited for this cake. It's gonna be delicious. And this is the first time that I've made a strawberry peach compote, so I'm super excited for that as well. Okay, you guys, our timer just went off for our peaches, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the stove. I have some, like an ice bath here, getting it ready. We're just gonna take this over here, and I'm gonna need a slotted spoon, y'all. We're just gonna break up this ice bath a little. There we go. I'm gonna take our peaches out. Ooh, they're making some crazy noises. Ooh, she's a little tender. Okay. Our last peach. I'm just gonna let these sit in the ice bath for probably about 5 minutes just to get them to stop cooking, and then I'm gonna peel them and we're gonna cut them up for the compote. This is what we got going on over here on the prep side of things. Okay, you guys, I'm back. We're going to have these strawberries now. Hey guys, we have all of our half strawberries right here, and I'm gonna move on to prepping the lemons now. We're just gonna get the juice and the zest, and then we'll move on to the peaches and actually start cooking down the compote. Well, next we're gonna be moving on to the lemons. So I'm honestly not the best at zesting, but I don't know how much exactly we need for the cake. A ton of lemon zest. I don't think I'm gonna be needing all of this, so I just called it quits early. I hate zesting fruit. It's not my favorite thing to do, but it tastes so good and it smells so good, so overall it's worth it. But yes, this is our lemon zest. Okay, you guys, I just took the peaches out of their ice bath, and this is what they're looking like. Some of them are very soft and they're already peeling themselves pretty much, so. All right, you guys, let's juice some lemons. I love lemons. They're like one of the most versatile fruits, citruses you can use. Like, if you think about it, all the best foods, in my opinion, have some lemon in it. So, like, there's really lemon in everything that's bomb. So if you don't fuck with lemon, I don't really fuck with you. Just kidding, but yeah, lemon is literally so fucking fire. I wish I had a better juicer. This is all that I have. And I'm also now realizing I only have one pot, and I want to make the compote and the candied pistachios before the cake. So this is gonna take a lot longer than I thought, but it's a process and I have nothing to do today. Right now I'm actually healing from a ankle injury that I did last week, and I've been off work this week. It's still like a little bit hard to walk. Okay, you guys, I'm back. We have the peaches. I'm gonna peel them and chop them up for our compote. Trying out another new angle, just because I don't know which angle is gonna be the best, so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. And this peach isn't wanting to peel. Okay, a little bit. This was one of the ones that's not as ripe. I'm like gonna try to get all the skin off, but if I can't, like, it's seriously not the end of the world. Okay, you guys, I'm back. This is what we're dealing with. So the peaches that are actually ripe, which there were only 2, it's really hard to get the pit out, and then the ones that are not fully ripe, the pit comes out easily, but I can't get the skin off. So I'm left with like this like mush from the ripe peach, and I'm like trying to, I think I'm just gonna cut the pit out, because the fuck is this? This is a lot more difficult than I thought, only because I don't think these peaches are fully ripe, or maybe there's another way you can do this. Comment down below if someone's actually watching this and knows what to do. Okay, see, this one's coming apart easier, but yeah, this is a mess, girl. Leave these pieces, like I'm just leaving all that like that. Okay, you guys, this is everything you're gonna need to make your peach and strawberry compote. So we have our peaches right here, looking really lovely. Have strawberries, lemon zest, lemon juice, and sugar. And a good rule to make compote is I always do like half of whatever I'm gonna do sugar, I do like an acid, like lemon juice, and then you just add water as you go for the consistency that you want. Okay, you guys, I'm back and it's time to get our compote on the stovetop. So what we're gonna do is add our peaches, all of our fruit, peaches and strawberries, and then I'm gonna do a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, a little sprinkle of the lemon zest, and 1/2 cup of sugar. And then we're just gonna add water as we go, and we're gonna cook it down on low to medium heat for max 20 minutes, probably 15 minutes.
Compote is great to add on top of your yogurt bowls, your oatmeal, to eat with a beautiful olive oil cake. You can literally just eat it on its own too, but I don't really do that because I don't do that. So yeah, I'm just adding everything into a little pot. So what she's looking like so far, so cute. We're gonna add the sugar and the lemon juice. So like I said, we're gonna do 1/2 cup of just regular white granulated sugar, and then we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Sugar in there. I know some people add a lot more sugar than that, but I don't really like my compote candy sweet, so this is what I do. And a lot of people also don't add lemon juice or lemon zest, but this is just how I like to make it. So we're literally just gonna do a pinch. And yeah, girl, that's it. It's so easy. This is what she's looking like.
Just gonna give her a little mix, and we're gonna throw her on the flame. Guys, we have our compote on the stove. We're just gonna go ahead and light her up, and like I said, we're gonna look for low medium heat, and we're not gonna cook her longer than 20 minutes. A good rule of thumb is to just check every 5, and once you get the consistency that you're looking for, it's done. Our compote is cooking down, and while it is cooking down, I'm going to just do some dishes because I live in a studio apartment. I have limited dishes and we have to reuse them to also do the candied pistachios and make the olive oil cake. So I'm just gonna come back whenever the compote is done so we can start on the candied pistachios. Okay, see you guys in a little bit. Hey you guys, our compote is all done. The timer just went off. I cooked it for about 10 minutes. This is what she's looking like. I went ahead and turned off the heat. I'm gonna transfer her into a deli container and let her cool down. Okay you guys, I'm back. We're now gonna be making the candied pistachios. So normally what we do at work is we would put this in the Robocoo and pulse the pistachios to get them into smaller chunks, but I am just going to be hand chopping them. I have a little small Ninja blender, but I don't want them to get too small, so I'm just gonna rough chop these. We're gonna put them in the pot with a quart of sugar and a pint of water, and we're gonna cook them down on, again, low medium heat for 30 to 45 minutes, and then I'm gonna fry them up in some canola oil. And I really hope this turns out good. I've never made this at home, only at work. So yeah, I do have faith that it's gonna turn out really good though. So I'm just gonna give these a rough chop, do them about that much at a time, throw it into the pot. We're gonna do a quart of the sugar, a pint of water, and put it on the heat.
And if there's some that are whole, that's fine too. I don't really care.
yeah, we're gonna call that little batch good. And I'll come back to you guys when we have them all chopped up. Since this is a smaller batch of the candied pistachios that I'm doing, I realized I definitely don't need a whole quart of sugar. So I'm going to do a pint of sugar and like 1 cup of water, because you really don't need that much. And if it starts cooking down too much, I'm going to just add some more water. So, but yeah, I hate chopping up nuts like this because now I have to sweep this all up. I only dropped a couple, but like still, promise. I promise, girl, it's gonna be fine. So we're gonna do a pint of sugar, and then I'm gonna go get some water. Okay, you have the water. Add this in here, and yeah, I'm gonna give this a mix and throw it on the heat. Hey guys, this is what our pistachios are looking like. We're gonna go ahead and turn on the heat. And you really don't want it too high, so yeah, like low for like 30-45 minutes, but you want to set a timer for like 10 minutes at a time and stir every 5 to 10 minutes. And I'll show you guys what it looks like whenever I'm going to take it off the heat and strain it. But yeah, you just want to be really careful whenever you're making these, because if you fuck it up, it's bad. Okay, you guys, it's been about 10 minutes. I just wanted to show you an update. This is what they should be looking like. I just turned the heat down a little bit. It could honestly go a little bit lower. You really just have to watch these guys because they need to be stirred constantly. And if the heat gets up too high, then the sugar is going to burn and you're gonna be left with a pan that is pretty much uncleanable. But these make your apartment smell so fucking good, and I highly recommend candying some nuts for the aroma alone and because they taste fucking bomb.com, you guys. So okay, you guys, it's been about 25 minutes, and I think just because this is a smaller batch, it cooked a lot faster. So this is what they're looking like before I strain them. Okay, you guys, don't mind my LaCroix. I just showed you guys what it looks like after you finish cooking down the candied nuts and the sugar mixture. I strained them. I'm heating up some oil right now to fry them. My other phone that I was using to record clips in the kitchen just ran out of storage, so yeah, I'm just gonna fry up those nuts. I'll show you guys what they look like after. I'm just heating some canola oil in a like shallow pot. I don't really know how to describe it. I think there's a clip of me putting the oil in the pot, but yeah, we're gonna fry them up until they're golden, show you guys what they look like after, and then we're gonna get started on the olive oil cake. Okay, you guys, I'm back, and our candied pistachios were a success. Look at these. They look so beautiful, and they taste delicious. And yeah, this project kind of takes a long time, but it's definitely worth it because, so good. It literally tastes like the candied nuts that you would get from like the mall whenever they used to have those little like booths. So fire. We're gonna put this with our olive oil cake that we're making next, and our compote turned out really good too. Super excited. Yeah, let's get into the cake. Guys, we're about to get into the olive oil cake. This is the recipe that I'm following. It's just on New York Times Baking. It's literally just called olive oil cake. It's a lemon olive oil cake, and it's by Samantha I'm not even gonna try, girl. It's by someone named Samantha with a S last name. You can see it right there. Yeah, I think I have everything ready to start making the cake, so let's just get into it. I just preheated the oven, started preheating it, 375. Let's go. Okay, you guys, like I said, I'm following a New York Times baking recipe. Don't mind what's on my shirt right here. So I pulled out the milk and eggs we're gonna need for the cake, probably about whenever I started the fruit compote and the candied pistachios, so like 2 hours ago, because they needed to get to room temp and some of the condensation got on my shirt. We were going to need 1 cup of olive oil. And mind you, I tried to buy like a good brand of olive oil and I bought the wrong kind. So we're just gonna use this one that I already have. We need 2 cups of flour, which I have flour over here. We need 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. We need 1.5 cups of sugar and 2 tablespoons for sprinkling after. We need 3 large eggs at room temp. See, told you. And then we need 1 tablespoon of lemon zest. 1 tablespoon of lemon zest plus 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, which we have from earlier, thank God. And then 1 1/4 cups of whole milk at room temp, which we also have right here. So let's just hop right into this. Finally, the fun part. Okay, first step is to preheat the oven, which it's preheating right now. And then we need a 9-inch round cake pan, which I have right here. I'm gonna use her. And then we need to line the bottom with parchment paper that I already cut. But we need to cut it into a circle and then like oil the bottom. We got some trusty scissors. We're gonna flip her over. Just try to cut out a circle the best that we can. I'm never good at this, but we'll see. Scrap. She's looking really jagged. I'm kind of scared that these smaller pieces are gonna get into the cake, so you know what, it's fine. Let's see if it fits. It does in fact fit. Throw away the rest of these scraps. I'm going to just take a paper towel and we're going to squirt some olive oil into here. We're gonna move that around real nicely with our paper towel. We're going to put in the parchment, press it down as best as we can. Okay. That's just gonna have to work. I'm not a professional baker, but some more olive oil, and we're gonna line the bottom part of the pan. That looks fine. That's a great landing zone for our cake batter. So we're just gonna leave that like that. I think first, whenever you're making a cake, you normally want the dry ingredients and you want them separate from the wet, and then you combine them. So let's see. In a large bowl, whisk together the flour, salt, baking powder, and baking soda. This is gonna be for our wet ingredients. This is gonna be dry. You need 2 cups of flour. This is where it gets kind of scary because it's gonna get messy. We're gonna use the rest of this flour. And then I have a new bag to open. 2 cups. Ooh. I hate bags of flour. Since there's a little bit extra in the bowl, that's 1 cup. We're just gonna call that 1 cup. Let's open up our second small bag of flour. Flour in a bag is so scary, especially whenever they're this small. It always gets everywhere and it never opens how you want it to. Let's get another cup. Okay, 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, we're gonna add in the rest of our dry ingredients. So we're doing, I already forgot what I said. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Here's our baking powder. Okay. 1 teaspoon of her. 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. So our baking soda sitting in the fridge, keeping all my shit fresh. I don't know if you're supposed to use the same like baking soda that you just leave in your fridge. I always do though. Comment down below if you don't do that. Okay, yes, I think this is all of our dry ingredients. We're just gonna give them a whisk. This is what it's looking like. Nothing crazy, girl. Okay. Okay, so now it wants us to use the KitchenAid, which the problem is KitchenAid's in here. I'm gonna try my best to record, but for now we're just gonna put everything we're gonna put in the KitchenAid in this small bowl. We need the sugar, eggs, and lemon zest. Let me grab the lemon zest. Okay, we have our lemon zest. 1.5 cups of sugar. Okay. Right here. Our 1 cup. Maybe I should just pour it into the cup. That was kind of crazy. Okay. 1 cup of sugar. And then we have our 4th cup. So we're gonna do 2 of these. Tablespoon of lemon zest, but I have kind of a lot, so we're just gonna eyeball it. We're just gonna use it all. I love lemon, so that's probably like 3 tablespoons, but it's fine, girl. It's my cake. Okay, now our eggs. Damn, one's rolling away. Okay. 1 egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs. Okay, this is what this is looking like. I'm gonna give it a little mix, and then we're gonna throw it in the KitchenAid. Just get everything well combined. And then it says to throw it on an electric mixer, aka KitchenAid, until it's light and fluffy. But right now I just want to make sure we have it all together so I don't lose any of this when transferring it to the KitchenAid. It's looking very yellow. That's her. And we're gonna put it in the KitchenAid. Okay, JK you guys, while we have everything here right now, I'm gonna just muse out the milk and the oil because we're gonna end up adding this into this mixture. It says for the recipe to fluff this up and then slowly add in the olive oil, add in the milk and the lemon juice, and then combine it with the dry ingredients. So I'm just gonna get this stuff measured out so whenever we go over there, we have it all ready and we can just have a seamless cake making experience. Also, this is the amount of lemon juice that I have. It says 2 tablespoons on the recipe. I don't know how much this is. I'm just gonna use it all just like the lemon zest. I love lemon, so I'm sure it's gonna turn out fine, and I don't have any more lemon juice, so anyways. we're gonna mix this out. We need 1 cup of olive oil. I don't really know if this is a great brand. I don't think it is because it was pretty cheap. Like I said, I went to the store and I tried to buy like a fancier olive oil for this cake. And okay, I'll just tell you guys. So I was gonna buy the Graza. I did buy the Graza, but I bought the one that's meant for not heating up, not baking or cooking, the one that you put on salads and like breads and stuff like that. And so I can't use it in the cake, but I am gonna put a little bit on top whenever we're plating. Yeah. Okay. 1 cup of olive oil. This is whole milk. I'm just using the same measuring cup too because it's all gonna get mixed together, so. So it's 1 1/4 cups of milk. Here's our 4th cup. I think I spilled a tad, but all good, girl. All right. I'm gonna take all of this and the wet ingredients over to the KitchenAid. Okay guys, we're now in the kitchen. Here is the KitchenAid and our eggs, lemon zest, and sugar. So we're gonna add this in here. That's about all of it. So we're gonna lock this in place and turn it on. Okay guys, this is what it's looking like now. It's said to mix until light and fluffy. I would call that light and fluffy. So now I'm gonna slowly add in the oil and the other wet ingredients. Okay. Sorry you guys, this is like such a weird angle. I don't know if I'm like cut out at all. I've never filmed in here. Okay, we have our oil, we have our milk, and we also have our lemon juice, and it's out of the frame, but we have our dry ingredients. So let's finish adding the rest of the wet. First, it says to add the olive oil on low. Olive oil going in. Alright, our olive oil is in. It says to let that mix on low for like 2 minutes. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit to try to speed up the process. Next, we're gonna add the milk, lemon juice, and the dry ingredients, and then we'll be ready to bake. Okay, you guys, I think it's good to slowly start adding in the milk. The milk is in there. It's not really looking any different. I'll show you guys once it's all done because I don't want to keep switching back and forth, but it doesn't really look crazy. It kind of looks like a custard right now. I'm gonna go ahead and add the lemon juice. I think that was a little bit less than 2 tablespoons, but there's hella fucking lemon zest in there, so bitch, it's gonna be lemony. I'm gonna turn it off and we're gonna slowly add our dry ingredients. I'm gonna just do like 1/3 of this at a time. We're gonna call that 1/3. And we're just gonna turn her back on low. I'm gonna scrape down the sides of the KitchenAid as needed so nothing gets clumpy, you know, or sticks. Like even right now, it's already starting to stick to the sides, so I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna add some more of the dry. Okay, it's actually starting to turn into like a real like batter, you guys. I'll show you once I'm done adding the rest of the dry, and we'll put it into the pan and get baking. Alrighty, you guys, I believe our cake batter is all ready to go. I'm going to grab the KitchenAid bowl and meet you guys back over where we were before to put her in the pan. Okay, you guys, our cake batter is all ready. This is what she's looking like. It's honestly pretty thin, but olive oil cakes normally take longer to cook. I think this one says like 45 minutes, but it tastes really, really good. And yeah, we're just gonna get her right into her pan. She's gonna be a big ass cake, I'll tell you that much. A lot of batter. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can get any more out. I hate trying to scrape the last remnants. Okay. Alright, you guys, this is our cake right here. Don't want to tilt it because it is pretty liquidy. The oven is still preheating, but I'll show me popping her in, and I'll come back whenever the cake is done so we can slice it and plate it up with our candied pistachios and our fruit compote. I'm so excited. All right, you guys heard that. About to take the cake out of the oven. It's all done. I'm gonna let it cool down and then gonna plate up the cake with the compote and the candied pistachios. Have a little mukbang, and that's it for this video, you guys. I think the cake turned out pretty well. The top is pretty browned, but she looks good. Homemade olive oil cake. Trying to see if I can get a thumbnail. Okay. Gonna let her cool down. This has been such a long process, but it's honestly been so fun. I've been wanting to make like baking, cooking videos. I just haven't had the opportunity to, and yeah, this is the first one. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, please let me know. I know that I did a baking video with my friends in Utah, but girl, that was not a baking video. Like, we just made a box cake and we were just fucking around doing that challenge. So yeah, I'll come back to you guys when the cake's all cool so we can plate up and try it. Right, you guys, the finished plating of our olive oil cake. I think she looks pretty fucking good. All right, you guys. This literally took me all day, but we have our olive oil cake. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I already ate a piece whenever it came out of the oven because I really wanted to try it. But yeah, she looks really cute. I put some fresh strawberries on the top, vanilla ice cream, Haagen-Dazs with some olive oil on top. We have our candied pistachios and some of the fruit compote we made. Yeah, let's have a bite. If I can Get a bite, shit. It's honestly so good. The only thing is with the cake, I think I should have baked it in a different pan because the pan that I used, I don't know what kind of metal it's made out of, but like majority of the cake on this part, like this one looks good, but 95% of the rest of the cake was like, this was really dark and it was low-key burnt, the outside side part. So yeah, next time I make an olive oil cake, I'll definitely use a different pan for sure. But yeah, you guys, it turned out really good. If you've watched this far, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more baking and cooking videos or just vlogs. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.